don't spend time showing them just the Explorer. Show them the features that they get if they go the preferred route, because that's where it gets really good. Okay, and what I like to do is have my guest directory. Let's say I'm selling my guest directory guy, and then I want my guest directory guy to really make sure he gets that captive audience who's sitting in the hotel room, or they're there at the resort. We want to make sure you capture their attention while on property. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to miss them when they leave the property. This is where preferred really maximizes the opportunity for them, because not only do they get one image, they get up to 6 images now. If you've got the app, please stay with me and watch this. Let's take a look at, in the preferred section, a restaurant called Isabella's. Absolutely love this. In the Isabella ad, all right, and one of the things, guys, I'm working on with the tech team is creating what we call brand guidelines. And what I mean by brand guidelines is the client can showcase their product best when it's done with quality. Meaning, if a guy gives us terrible photos and a bad-looking logo, the logo is just not done well, it's not transparent, well, we don't want to put that in the app for 2 reasons. I'll tell you why. We want to make sure that the advertiser presents themselves well, because that advertiser is presenting to a guest who doesn't know them. And if they present bad, the guest is going to say, I don't like this one, doesn't look so good. They're going to go to the photos that look well. They're going to look to the pictures that gets them excited or catches their attention. Well, we're going to share that. So we're going to talk to, in the actual document, it's basically saying, do these things and you get a better chance of being productive and successful. Do these things, not so much. And we literally, the brand guide will share that, and you guys will have a copy of that brand guide we should have by next week. But anyway, getting to the example of Isabella's. And so as I was working with Isabella's, what I wanted to do in helping the tech team is I wanted to make sure the images were appealing, okay? If I'm looking for food and I'm hungry, I want to make sure the photos are appealing. And so that's what we did here. 6 images, so take a look at some of these pictures. And so at the very top of the actual ad, you can scroll by going to the left, swipe, and you'll see the different photos. And I tell you, if you're not hungry yet, you will get hungry. It's about lunchtime here, close to. So what you really want is you want it to be appetizing. So as you look at these ads, look at the actual images. So you're sliding to the left. You've seen all the different food. So they have up to 6 photos that they'll be able to put in the actual app itself. So on top of that, right below that, you have their logo placement, the name of the business, their address, and then if you see there's a gold button in the app itself. That gold button is an actual call button. That call button is active, meaning right now if there's somewhere in Lake Tahoe and they wanted to go to a restaurant, they're like, well, let's see if we can book the reservation, honey. They can push that button, and that button connects directly to the restaurant in real time, right now, okay? Now, right below that, 2 paragraphs of information. So unlike the Explorer ad where they only got the 1 paragraph, these guys are going to get 2 paragraphs to really pull you in with some of the content that they have. And then right below that, you've got your Get Directions, which allows them to select the different ways to communicate direct to the property or the restaurant or the business they're going to. So the geo map is connected, or the GPS. They've got their social media connections and Facebook, their website, Call Us button. And then if they've got a menu, which is real popular with some of the restaurants these days, they'll have their menu online. We will just get the direct URL to that menu. You push that button, it takes you directly to the menu so that you can review the menu prior to making a decision as to where you're going to go eat. So this is brilliant. This is the actual advertiser who gets a lot more bang for their buck. Now, on top of that, guys, you'll see a floating red button. We thought about this, and we thought about this in light of some of the advertisers in the past with some of the books, and we thought, a lot of advertisers are always looking for a way to track results. How do I get a return on my investment? How can I find out if it's working for me or not? So we created this little hovering red button that will allow them to actually select or place in their ad an actual special, discount, or trackable measure. So if you'll click on that, it says special offer, you'll see in this case they get a buy one entree, get one free. Okay? And the cool thing about this is the advertiser controls this content. So they're able to log in. They're able to log in because for them on this section, they get credentials. They control their content in real time. They have the ability to change up content in real time. They have the ability to log in and say, oh, wow, look, we got this many phone calls from such and such a location, so they can track where it came from. If they were to select some way to redeem, they'll see exactly where the redemption came from. If they know that the exact special that they've created is specific for the hotel or resort that we're working with, boom, they know exactly where it came from. But it's valuable for them to be able to manage this content. And then finally, guys, we're going to have, and this is coming out very, very soon. We should have this within the next 30 days, is the beacon technology. Let me explain to you how the beacon works. So let's say you're walking on Rodeo Drive, or you're walking on Las Vegas Boulevard, you're right there on the Strip, and you're walking by one of these restaurants. Within a half a kilometer of being near that restaurant, I'm sorry, 1/4 of a kilometer, you're walking, and all of a sudden your phone goes ding, and it says, Isabella specials available today for hotel stays that you're currently staying at. You can get today's discount. Or you're at the boutique, you're walking by the boutique, 50% specials on jeans today because you're staying at such and such hotel. Oh, wow, look, honey, let's go there. Boom. So these are some of the technologies and some of the options that are going to be available within 30 days. Everything else is available as we speak. It's live and ready to go.